episode 137. Thank you all for listening to episode 136. Brandon Loves Bush 2, 24/7 champion for you. I am Gray here with my co-host,
Mr. Bear.
And the parrot.
Now, wait a minute. Mr. Bear is your dad.
He's Mr. Bear.
Okay, I'll take it.
Mr.
Mr.
Yeah, you know that Misa lady? I think he killed her.
Yeah, probably. I know Cody Bryant is not with us tonight. He is doing an audit. He is stuck at work.
That sucks.
I think you and I both know about audits.
Yeah, that's not fun. Poor guy.
No, so we're sorry that he is not with us today, but hopefully he returns next week, especially since we're picking the bowl games next week, which we'll talk a little bit about later today.
Yep.
All right, so thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Have you heard the song that came out on Friday, Keep Them Talking?
I have not yet.
Very
I need
good.
to listen to it.
Yeah, it's very good. He did a great job with it. The guys that are doing the vocals are great. Kind of has that reggae feel to it. It's really good. So with the music.
Is it a Reggae Shark kind of feel?
No. Damn. But Reggae Shark, I do miss Reggae Shark.
Don't you?
Don't you? That's a song
Don't
by the
you
Pussycat
wish your
Dolls.
girlfriend was hot like me.
Don't
you?
No, you stop. Don't you wish your girlfriend
I don't know
was
the
a
rest of
freak like me?
Yeah, I don't know the rest of it. I just
Don't
know
you?
the first part. My milkshake brings up... Oh, no. Wrong song.
And they're like, it's better than yours. Damn right. It's better than yours.
At the end of
Teach you what I
Dodgeball,
have
when
to
Dwight's
trust-
doing this with his big old man titties.
Dodgeball. Another great movie. Did we ever cover that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had to have.
Yeah, we did. 3 movies ago. This week we are covering a movie.
What is it?
I'll save it for later.
All right.
That's what I don't remember.
I don't either.
This will give you time to look at it. Do you have internet on your phone?
Yeah, I have your Wi-Fi.
Have you seen it? We're going to talk about Shane Falco from the Ohio State University
Replacements.
with Gene Hackman, Keanu Reeves. Very good movie. Football movie. So we're going to talk about that later this episode. So tune in. All right. So thank you to All Wear Clothing, first and primary sponsor of Over the Line Sports Podcast. Brandon there, allwearclothing.com. Thank you. He provides all our merch, all our swag for the show. What's your issue? Oh, you're fine. And he's going to be, again, supplying us with something. We haven't decided if we're going to do the koozies or what we're going to do. That sounded like a good one.
Koozies are great. It's the best way. Everyone loves koozies.
Yeah, so we can hand out a bunch of koozies. It'd save him some money because we appreciate all the shirts he gave us and the hoodies last year. But that will be for episode 200. The Pod Beats Patty Boggs 2, Deuce Boogaloo.
Be able to hold our cold beverages in those nice koozies to keep them cool. And it works because it could be, beer or a bottle.
And if we have
or a sody pop.
30 or 40 people there, what I want to do is open the show with everybody doing a shot, and it's like, all right, 40 of 200 down.
Whew. Smart.
I know. I'm thinking this time. I don't want to die.
Well, everyone.
Well, you can do one shot. It'd be okay.
At that point, everyone can do 4 shots and
It'd be over. But that'd be boring. We got to actually drink through
Well,
it.
I mean, Shiv pretty much peer pressured you into everything you did.
He did. Well, it wasn't even that.
Undoubtedly.
I was trying to keep up with him.
Peer pressure, yeah.
He didn't even say anything.
Point made. Oh no, he did. Because I
All he kept saying was,
him.
I got
going,
2. I got 3. I'm like,
I
son of a
remember
bitch.
him going off the bat.
You're like, Shiv, how many you have?
Yeah, he goes, I got 2,
Oh, dude, I was
and you were halfway done with your first. You're like, you got 2, and then you just started pounding him.
Because I was like, motherfucker, I got to talk.
Peer pressure. Point made.
Yeah, you're right, Barry.
Peer pressure. It's okay. You're never too old for peer pressure.
Thank you. I know.
But now you can learn from your mistakes.
I'll be 33 this month.
Woo!
Old man.
Grandpa.
No shit, right? So thank you again to Brandon. We appreciate it. Yes, he would be. Maybe. I'd take him over the guy we have now.
Give me Ron Rivera.
I would absolutely take Ron Rivera. Absolutely. All right. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Call Sean, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not.
Let's see here. Oh, I almost got Alaska.
Well, you did with my scrolling in skills.
Isn't that Canada? I think that's
Yeah,
Canada.
you're definitely in the Canadian mountains.
Does that say Wang's Head?
Why can't I click this?
What's on that island? Is that a oil rig or something?
No, that's me clicking.
No, look at the picture. You can't see. Your computer's in the way. Look at the picture in the bottom of it. It looks like an oil rig or something from back here. There you go.
There we go. So,
Kitsaway
Kitsaway
Island
in British Columbia, Canada.
There you go. Sorry, Sean doesn't serve you.
Sorry, Kitsaway Island in British Columbia, Canada.
DC.
Sean Crandall does not serve you from Crandall Squatty Lawn Care. Thank you to Tim at Verizon. Verizon is a true technology business partner that helps local businesses deploy technologies that can positively impact operations and increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, we do not wait for the future.
We build it.
Get in touch with the sales rep in your area, Verizon.com. Thank you to Blue Chew. Well, wait a minute. I'm thinking the wrong thing. They're not our sponsor yet, right?
Not yet. It
No.
could be.
I was listening to Grillin' JR today, one of the recent ones, and they talk about Blue Chew, and he's like, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Blue Chew keeps me going, and I love me some Blue Chew.
Yeah,
And they talk about the boys in the back.
Oh, so good. But one of the ones I was listening to, Conrad opens up and he's like, what gets you hard, JR? And he goes, Chinese women. I about lost it.
He talked about, hey, would it be good to use a Blue Chew with some JR's barbecue sauce to make a marinade? Would that get my meat good? Like somebody asked a question. It was the greatest thing. And he's like, I'm sorry, but I don't know which meat you're talking about, but your meat on the grill, no. Your man meat, and like the names Conrad uses for penis.
He's good.
Man meat, and I don't even know what he said.
He's good.
Yeah,
he's very good.
He's so good at it.
Very good. Yeah, one of my favorites.
So no, Blue Chew is not a sponsor of the show, but we welcome them.
Sure, if they listen.
Welcome them.
Welcome. Yes.
Did you know, and this is going to be a good thing for people, when I text a certain friend of mine, that always comes up. Like you say, you're welcome, and or thank you, and then they say you're welcome. So I don't know if you've ever seen this or looked at this, but the emoji is this. So it looks like you can see. So that's what we use for.
Yeah.
Looks like
You're welcome.
Looks like a whale.
Nice.
Come.
It does. So thank you to Cassandra PNC. Visit her at the White House branch or give her a call, 419-877-0634. She can help you with all your banking needs, whether it be loans, credit cards, personal banking. She is there to help. Thank you to Steve at Savage & Associates. He is a financial advisor, can also help you with healthcare needs. Right now is open enrollment on the ACA. So get in touch with Steve at Savage & Associates. And last but not least, thank you to Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Got to sprucing up your dating profile, your Bumble profile, your Tinder profile, your Christian Mingle profile, your Farmers Only profile. You're not getting the hits that you should. Guaranteed. I personally guarantee it. No one's getting the hits they should out there. Unless it's some late night Tinder, booty call, something you might not even pick up at a bar when your buddies are there because you're so ashamed of it. You need to sprucing up that. Find the woman of your dreams. Connell Barrett at datingtransformation.com can help you do that.
So has he had anybody from the show, do we know, that has reached out to him?
No, not that I've heard.
All right. Well, I do know that Allwear has gotten some people from us.
Good.
Which is great.
Good.
Crandall's Quality Lawn Care, we may have pushed some people that way, which is great.
There's a lot of people he doesn't serve, though.
I know. And those people are pissed.
I would think so.
By the way, we are now, last I checked was 28 countries, we are now in 33 countries.
Look at that.
Any exciting new ones like Yugoslavia?
If you give me a moment, I will check that out as we go into other things.
Maybe the old USSR?
Is Luxembourg still a country?
I don't know. I haven't been in history class in years.
Same.
So I can't help you with that one.
Perry, you've been closer to history class than we have.
Yeah, didn't you just graduate like 2 years ago?
No, dude.
From Parrott School?
Dude, it's been 5.
Whoa.
Oh my God, it's been 14 for me.
Well, you're older than me, so that makes sense.
Shit.
Actually, it'll be 15. It's 14 and a half right now.
Yeah, I was about to say it was just 10 for me.
Oh, God, really?
5, 10, and
Jesus.
15.
2009, buddy.
Holy
Yep.
shit, I was 2005. You were 2017.
Shit, today was my 8-year work anniversary. Almost my first day of quit anniversary too.
In June is 10 years for me, and minus my 8-month sabbatical when I went on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, right now I'm on my 8-year anniversary, going on 9 in August.
I might do that. I might just go on the road.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the life if you don't have a family. Perfect for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when are you gonna hook me up with that?
They don't like parrots.
I know they don't. Nobody likes parrots.
That's true because you don't have opposable thumbs to deal the money with.
That is very true.
Those are facts of life.
So as I look up our podcast in these other countries, the topic of the day is robbery. So, Parrot, you want to tell us about the unfortunate events that took place for you, what was it, yesterday, 2 days ago?
Yeah, so it was yesterday. I stayed at a buddy's house, probably.
Like what kind of buddy? Like a butt buddy, a sword buddy, a snake buddy?
A friend buddy.
Okay.
Like a friend buddy.
Like a butt buddy?
No. Parrots don't have butt buddies. But anyway, anywho, stayed at a friend's house last night or whatever, and I woke up.
Whatever.
I woke up. My driver's side window was busted out. Wallet was stolen. My autographed J.K. Dobbins picture was stolen. My truck looked like a hurricane went through it. And yeah, it's not fun. Now I got to pay for my window to get fixed. And that was going to be the money I was going to use to go to Arizona to go to the playoff game. But we're still going to make that happen. It's life. Shit happens. We'll be good.
Right.
Did you think that if you just left your doors unlocked, they wouldn't have busted the window?
I mean, I would hope they would at least try to open the door first.
And you think?
They usually don't. They don't give a shit.
I would. I would
at least try to
I'd
open
be a
the
good
door.
robber and see if any of the doors are open.
Right.
Be nice about it. Leave a nice note. Thanks for leaving your doors open.
Well,
This is a nice picture of J.K. Dobbins. Why do you only have $2 in your wallet, you cheap bastard?
that was under my seat. That was under my seat, not even seen.
So, these countries. We'll just run down the list. United States, Australia, Sweden, and this is in order of listeners, too. So, United States, Australia, Sweden, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Mexico, Canada, Spain, Turkey, Italy, India, Russia, South Africa, Norway, Germany, Switzerland, Chile, Ireland, Peru, New Zealand, Malaysia, Morocco, Iran, Greece, Indonesia, France, Colombia, Aruba, Argentina, United Arab Emirates, Philippines, and then other.
What's other?
They didn't identify as a country.
It's interesting that we have at least one listener in Iran.
Right.
Isn't the United, what is it?
Arab Emirates.
Isn't that like Dubai?
Yeah, it's like one of the richest places in the world.
Yeah, I know it is. I was gonna say, that's
If
pretty
you
sweet.
want to sponsor us,
Right.
we will happily come to a podcast, kind of like WWE does. We're in.
What's that
Yeah.
P.O. box?
If you pay for it.
P.O. Box 2659, White House, Ohio 43571. Attention, Over the Line Sports Podcast. And that's anybody, any listeners
Or
from
you
anywhere
just send
around
it
the
to
world.
Venmo, my Venmo, that too.
Or PayPal at Big Dick Slong slash 19.1.
0.2. It's 0.1.
19.12.
That's California. California.
So, but for legitimately, you can. We always like fan mail. We've got a couple letters. Over the Line Sports Podcast, P.O. Box 2659, White House, Ohio 43571, or hit us up on the Twitter at OTL Sports Pod.
Correct.
Slide into those DMs.
Slide into those DMs. We like that. We've got a couple ones in the DMs. It was kind of weird, but it's okay.
Yeah, it happens. It's all part of it.
So,
Life goes on.
life goes on. Exactly. Remember that, Parrot. You don't need your Parrot ID. You can get a new one.
Yeah.
Who said that? Was that Tupac?
Life goes on.
Yeah. I think that was a Tupac song.
Might be. Or Dear Mama.
Well, Dear Mama is a Tupac song.
I know.
I think it's Tupac or Biggie.
Who sang that that song, This Show Goes On?
I think that's more hipstery shit.
Is that like I don't know who that is. Sorry, Parrot.
I remember who it was.
All right, so let's go into...
It is Tupac.
Is it?
Damn, I'm good.
We don't have anything from Justin on the Twitter, so let's go right into...
I'm disappointed in you, Justin.
You know what? I kind of like what our friend here, Bear's doing.
It seems comfortable.
It's very comfortable.
Oh, God. Bear, you're a genius, my friend.
Thank you.
So, let's just go into some other things. And you know what? I can't really do anything about this right now. I was going to just take you right out of this. But I'd have to disconnect.
Yeah, it's too. I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
Way too much work.
So we will be back in a second. And we're back. Just had to switch the mic and how we're doing this because Bear is a genius. And I would rather hold this mic than deal with what I have to do leaning over. I like leaning back. So Bear, I'm going to give you props again. You are a fucking genius.
Yep. Sometimes I got good ideas.
You do. And I appreciate your good ideas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. NHL. So the Bruins have lost 3 in a row.
Good.
They're still ahead in the East by 10 points over the Buffalo Sabres.
Good.
Yeah.
No, not good. Screw the Bruins. Hope they lose them all.
Florida Panthers are 35 points, a point away from Buffalo. You've got Montreal, Toronto at 34, and the Lightning at 33. The Red Wings are sitting back at 17 points, losers of 12 straight.
They're not good. They are not good.
They've scored 67 goals.
They lost to Winnipeg 5-1 last night.
Dude, so they've had, look at this. They are 7-22-3, so they've had 32 games. In the one game, so they're averaging 2 goals a game. They scored, 5 when we were there? So we need to go back more. Help them out.
They're not good.
The best record in the NHL is out of the Metropolitan, which would be your Washington Capitals. 49 points, 22-5-5.
Good. They will win it this year because I picked them.
The Islanders are at 42. The Flyers 39. Hurricanes 39. Penguins 38. On the West, St. Louis Blues 42 points. The Avalanche 41. Winnipeg 40. Stars 39. And the Predators and Wild are 6 points back of the Stars. On the Pacific, Oilers and Coyotes both at 40 points. The Flames at 38. The Knights at 37. Canucks 34. Sharks 32. So, by far, the Red Wings are the worst team in the NHL.
Yeah. Tigers, worst team in baseball. Pistons, not in the playoff hunt. Granted, it's early, but,
That's sad.
Not good for Detroit sport. Michigan sucks.
Well, let's be clear here. The Pistons are 9th in the East.
Yeah.
Currently.
Well,
so they're in the hunt, but
I'm just saying, but they're not in the playoffs.
You're right.
And they probably won't make the playoffs.
You're absolutely correct.
They won't be in last place, but they're not going to be,
You know who might,
they're not that good. The Cavs.
The Warriors.
Oh, well, them too.
They're not going to make it. So, in the NBA standings, we've got the Milwaukee Bucks 3 games ahead of the Celtics. Bucks are 21-3. Celtics are 17-5. Heat are also 3 games out, 18-6. 76ers 3.5 out. Then you got the Raptors, Pacers, Nets, Magic, and the Pistons are 11 games out, sitting in 9th. Hornets are in 10th, 12 games out. Go down the line, the worst team in the East.
The Cavs. No, the Knicks.
The Knicks.
The Knicks.
Cavs are pretty damn close, though. What, they have 6 wins?
They have 5.
The Knicks are 4-20, and the Cavs are 5-20.
5 and
They
18.
play tonight.
5-18. The Knicks have lost 10 in a row. The Cavs have lost 7 in a row.
Ooh.
Good for
The
them.
Milwaukee Bucks have won
10 in a row.
15 in a row.
Is it 15?
Yes.
That's a lot. That's a lot in a row. Yeah, them and the Lakers have the same record. I'm pretty sure they're both
21-3. You are correct.
Yep.
And so now that you mentioned that out west, the Clippers are 3.5 out. Mavericks 4.5. Rockets, Nuggets, Jazz, Thunder, Suns. Then the worst team. Who is the worst team in the West?
That would be the Warriors.
5-20. Losers of 1 in a row.
Oh, that's what I meant to say was 5.
But the Pelicans, this is kind of hard to believe. They started out, Bear, 6-9. They're now 6-18.
Ew. God,
They
that's
fell
not
apart.
good.
They really fell apart, and that's sad to see. But you know what? It is what it is.
They're still a young team, too. And they do have injuries.
They do, but I mean, it's not
It's no excuse to be 6-18, though.
never. So I just want your opinions. We'll just cover this MLB real quick. So some free agency here. Yankees signed Garrett Cole, 9 years, $324 million. History. He's the MLB's highest paid pitcher.
I don't like it. And I know you're a Yankees fan, but that's a big deal for an old dude.
Yeah,
old picture.
how old is he?
29.
29. So it's just, I mean, that means he gets until he's 38, let's say. Mm-hmm. That's quite a bit. I mean, that's a long time. For some dude who's throwing heat, 100 miles an hour, constantly, I don't know, man. I don't think it's that good of a, I just don't think it's that good of a pickup. I think they could have got him for cheaper. I really do.
I can agree to that. They probably could have got him cheaper. I mean, granted, the Yankees, it's not going to hurt them money-wise.
No, and that's the thing is there's no salary cap, so it's not like it burns them. But
I mean, they are well into the luxury tax now, which they don't care. They make enough money.
They got plenty of money. I just don't think that that's that good of an investment for them. Maybe for like the next year or two it might be, and it takes them away from a rival. But think about it. And I don't wish injury on anybody, but Cole blows his elbow out. He's done. He's not the same pitcher he was. He won't be for the next 8 years.
How much of that money is guaranteed?
All of it.
Oh,
every penny of it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I definitely think they could have got someone better.
You know who this brings? You know who this brings back though? Who had a couple rough years as an agent?
Drew Rosenhaus?
No, Scott.
Oh, Boris.
Yep.
Is that his name?
Scott Boris.
Was he with A-Rod?
Yes. So 2 guys, 2 pitchers, $569 million. He just made them in this week. So Strasburg to the Nats, and then you've got Garrett Cole.
And I'm sure he gets 10% of both of those.
Oh yeah, so you're looking at he probably just got paid $56 million
over time. But yes, yeah,
over time. But it's all guaranteed money, so he's guaranteed the money.
A lot of money.
That is a ton of money.
A sports agent.
No shit. We weren't thinking. Instead, we wanted to be sports podcasters.
I wouldn't say wanted to be. I'd say
kind of fell in our lap.
I would have rather been an agent.
I agree.
A lot more money.
Parrot and I were moving stuff in the garage last week, and we were talking about, do you remember when we did that shit in the garage?
It was awful.
We would be dead.
Yeah. I wasn't very smart.
I would be one frozen parrot.
You were absolutely correct, Iago.
I think we didn't. What'd you get? Did you have like
We got a little space heater in there.
No. It wasn't the space heater. I got a kerosene heater.
Yeah.
It was like a little over $100-something, which is fine. It was worth it. I'm glad I have it. I don't need it, but
I think if your power ever goes out in the winter, you have a kerosene heater.
And blankets.
Okay, but
I can leave my home.
Okay, well,
I have 2 cars. I get your point. But
I wouldn't bring a kerosene heater inside.
No, I would not either.
It's dangerous.
I've done it.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's probably what's wrong with me.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with you.
Thank you.
Maybe your robbery was a targeted robbery.
You should have had a kerosene heater in there.
Kerosene heater for the parrot.
I would have taken that instead.
Probably.
So did they take your bow? Was it still in there?
No, my bow's in your garage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, let's not tell people that.
So the address here is
P.O. Box 2659.
6969.
I just realized
69er Street in Spoonersville. I don't know.
No, what is it?
Ohio.
324 Spooner Street, whatever it was for Family Guy.
Yeah.
Quahog.
I can't remember what that was.
What's the other one?
Like that, though.
Here's a trivia question. You ever watch Married with Children?
I mean, it's been a long time.
You?
No.
You don't know who Al Bundy is?
No.
You don't know who Al Bundy is?
I'm not even going to say.
Okay. They live on Jeopardy Lane.
Really?
Fun fact for you.
Did not know that.
Did you happen to watch The Irishman yet, Parrot?
No, I don't go to the movies.
It's
on Netflix.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Are you going to watch Star Wars next week?
Probably not.
Good. I will. But the Joker comes out on Tuesday on digital.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because I still haven't gone and seen it yet.
Good, because I know you'll buy it and I can watch it with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, actually, I'll be on vacation, but yeah, you could.
You know, I mean, when you get back, I know you'll buy it.
Oh, yeah, I'll buy it next Tuesday. So it'll be available to watch on podcast day, but we won't do that because Bear wants to hear. So
yeah. Well, I'll waddle over here with my little parrot legs one day and come watch it with you.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So anything else that were there any other signings in baseball? Not really.
Not that I know of.
Strasburg, stayed with the Nationals.
Just re-signed.
Nothing really. So now that the Yankees got Garrett Cole, that's really all they need because they had 103 wins with a makeshift team, and their depth is very deep. They needed a pitcher. That is now obviously their ace. They get Severino back. Jermaine Domingo. Wonder if he'll. I don't know when he comes back. Remember he was indefinitely suspended. He was there for some domestic violence suit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he probably won't come back.
I hope he would. I mean, he was our stud last year until we got Sevy back, but we'll see. I mean, over time, you never know what happens. But NCAA basketball, number one just lost. What was it? Number one is
Louisville.
It was Louisville, and
Louisville.
It was Louisville, and they were number one, but now they are going to be out after this week as long as Ohio State keeps winning.
Well, Louisville will be out after this week no matter what because Kansas plays a nobody. So at the end of the week, next Monday, no matter what happens, it'll be Kansas or Ohio State at number one because Ohio State.
Has Kansas lost yet?
Yeah, they lost to Duke the first game of the year, and that's it. By 2.
Ooh, close.
Yeah.
Is
So
Ohio State that good?
I think they are.
I mean, they beat the shit out of North Carolina at North Carolina.
Yeah.
And granted, North Carolina is not what they were, but still, beating them by 25.
They beat Villanova, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Cincinnati. They've played some tough teams already. They're at Minnesota this week. This will be their first, no, North Carolina would have been their first true road game, I guess. So their second true road game, but Minnesota isn't that good, so they should beat them. Then they think they play Southeastern Missouri, so they should beat them just fine, too. Shouldn't be a problem.
Totally agree with you there.
And Kansas plays some no-name school, only one game this week, so they'll win as well. So it'll probably be Kansas, Ohio State at the end of the week.
I like it. All right, so now let's get into, what do we got, NCAA picks for this past week? We're already on NCAA. So let's look at last week. We had a good week for pretty much everybody except me. I was 4-4, and I was the worst.
Okay, what everyone else do.
You were 5-3. Brandon was 6-2. Parrott was 7-1.
Wow.
His only loss was Ohio State.
Damn, really?
Right? And then Cody was 6-2.
I should have been 6-2, but I listened to that dumbass and went with Memphis instead of Cincinnati like I wanted to change to.
Who?
Me.
Which dumbass? Oh, Cody. Should have listened to me. You
No,
talked yourself right out of your own.
No, remember, because I said, I'm going to go with Memphis. I was like, oh, nope, I think I'm going to do Cincinnati. He goes, no. Cody's like, no. You got to stick with Memphis because he picked Memphis.
Yeah, but
stick with it.
We all picked Cincinnati, and then, like we talked about, even you said, it's hard to beat the same team twice in a row.
And it was. And
it was. Cincinnati choked.
Ooh, they cost me the over, too. I was so mad.
Yeah, you were pretty mad about that.
I was so mad.
What happened at the end that they cost you the over?
Cincinnati had to go down and score a touchdown just to win the game. So if they just would have went down and scored, they would have got the over. They were at 53. They were down by 5. The over-under was 58. So if they would have scored a touchdown, I would have got it. And they got down to like the 20 and didn't score, unfortunately. So yeah. But I think that I don't think Ohio State and Wisconsin. What was the final of that?
34-21.
Yeah, they didn't get the over either because I had them at 58, so it wouldn't have mattered. I would have lost there because that's 55.
But you took Ohio State in a +2 at the half.
Oh yeah, I killed on that one. I had to. I was so mad, but that was +2 for the rest of the game, or something like that. It was 2 or 3 or whatever it was. I can't remember what I said.
Or did they have to win by 2?
No, they were plus.
Really?
Oh yeah, and I was like,
I bet you the money line was insane for them to win at halftime.
It wasn't. No, not really, because they were only +2, so their money line was probably like +190 or something.
But they were down by 14, so you figure
should have been. But it was. I mean, they knew what they were doing, and they got the ball. If they didn't get the ball at half, it might have been a little bit more.
Dude, talk about and that says about, since we're on college football, it says a lot about Ryan Day. That guy, I mean...
Shut him out, second half.
Shut him out.
Shut them out.
Dude, he's good at adjusting.
He's now 16-0 as a head coach.
Yeah, he's
insane.
He's good at adjusting throughout the game and seeing what, the first half, I was there. They got shut out. They played like ass. Second half.
They scored 7.
Yeah, but
right off the bat, looked like Dallas.
Dude, they
go right
no
down
shit,
and fucking
right?
score and then don't do anything.
They didn't play that well in the first half at all.
No,
Like,
I totally agree.
That crowd was quiet. Second half, they came out and they fixed everything they were doing wrong, and a lot of it at least, and they came out and played pretty good football. But they can't do that when they go to Arizona.
They played really good football.
So, all our scores were off. Bear had 41-17. I had 56-14. You had 52-24. Cody had 42-17. He would technically be the closest overall.
Who?
Or no, you would be.
I would be. I had 41-17.
By one. Yeah, so you were close. Brandon had 34 right for the wrong team.
Yeah.
And 31 on the Buckeyes. Next game, we had LSU, Georgia. LSU, I would technically get this because Parrott, Cody had him by 10. Bear had him by 7. I had him by 17. And Brandon had Georgia. LSU win, but Georgia in the points.
Yep.
Next game, so everybody won but Brandon. Just like the Wisconsin game, Brandon won, everybody lost. So that's where we caught up. In the next game, Clemson covered. They handed it to Virginia. What was it, 62-17?
Yep.
And, I had it by, I said 24-28 is what I thought it would be. You thought 18. Those guys just all took Clemson. Oregon, Utah. Me and Dub had Utah. You three had Oregon. Oregon won outright. They handed it to Utah.
Easy money.
Easy money. Oklahoma. I was the only one that took Oklahoma. You guys all took Baylor. What was the score, the final score of that game?
31-24, I think.
Yeah.
30-23, sorry.
So 7 points. It was 9 was the line. I thought they were going to get it by 10 at least. They did not. I was the only loss on that one. Next game we all won. App State, 6.5. They won handily.
Easy money. Actually, really they won by 7, but
they were dominating that whole game.
They did. They were up, I think they were up like 42-24 with like 5 minutes to go, and Louisiana scored to make it 42-31. App State went down, kicked a field goal, and then they went down, and Louisiana scored with like 2 seconds left to make it, put it within 7.
Right.
So,
So
Miami of Ohio beat Central Michigan.
they did.
And FAU beat UAB. So,
And FAU, Lane Kiffin just left FAU to go to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
And then Taggart from Florida State is now at FAU.
If Cincinnati would have won, Ohio State would have played 3 conference champs this year.
Really?
They played Miami of Ohio and beat them, who's a conference champ. They played FAU, who's a conference champ, and beat them. And they played Cincinnati this year, who obviously lost in the conference champ. Barely. 3. You know who else has played 3 conference champs this year?
No one.
Nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, nobody that's worth a damn.
Well, nobody's really worth a damn if you think about it, right?
Not really.
I mean, LSU's good, but
They don't have a defense, man. That's kind of what I get here, because I think that Oklahoma can put points on them. Jalen Hurts has beaten LSU before. He knows how to beat LSU and Ed Orgeron.
yes, he does.
He knows how to do it. So
What are you talking about?
go Tigers. And I respect him, and I want it to be LSU Ohio State. I think that'd be fantastic, because if Burrow beat Ohio State, I would not be mad.
No, I agree.
And if Ohio State beat them, obviously I'd be happy. Now, I'd love to also see Ohio State Oklahoma, so they just beat shit out of them.
Well, we would hope for that, but Ohio State,
I'd like for them to just beat Clemson.
and Ohio State's a 2-point dog
Yep,
going into that game.
sure are.
First time all
And
season.
like
Pissed them
my
off.
brain is telling me that Clemson's going to cover, but I'm like, my heart is of course a Buckeye, so I'm like, you know what? I think Ohio State can beat them. Clemson's played nobody. Granted, they beat the shit out of everybody they played recently. Virginia, not bad, but they were favored by 28.5. They won by 45.
Yeah,
It was insane.
Besides our Bowl Mania, which we're gonna get to here in a second after we pick the Navy Army game, I will not bet on Ohio State Clemson. Will not, because I agree.
Just for the show, though, right?
Well, that's what.
You're
I'm saying
no
my money, my
Yeah,
own
yeah,
money
yeah,
for
I
the
got
show.
you.
Yeah, no, I said besides that. Obviously, we're gonna do that, because I think that no one knows. That's the thing, is Clemson's won 26 straight. Granted, they haven't played dick all year. They barely beat North Carolina in one game. Other than that, they've blown everybody out. They lost a lot of defensive guys, but their defense is still good. Granted, they haven't played a lot of good offenses. No one really knows what they're made of. Their offense just got better. Trevor Lawrence got older. Now, granted, his stats haven't been what they are, but he got older, can mature. He won a national title last year as a freshman, right? True freshman?
Yep.
Travis Etienne is a great running back. Probably number 3 in the country behind Jonathan Taylor and J.K. Dobbins. So Ohio State's going to have their hands full. And the way they've looked the last 2 weeks against Michigan coming out in zone and against Wisconsin, pretty much doing the same thing, they could get in trouble quick. They can put up points quick, but they can get in trouble quick.
Right.
And they need to – they're not going to be able to kind of get that. If Clemson goes up 21-7 on them, they are going to be in big trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble.
Totally agree.
Yes.
And
They got to keep it close.
they do. And, Ohio State's got a good team. Clemson, we don't really know, but from history and Clemson, I mean, their team didn't really, besides some of the guys on the defensive side of the ball, the D linemen, their team didn't really change from last year, their national championship team that handed it to Alabama, to this year. I mean, yes, their D line.
They lost all their D line.
Yeah, the whole
Their
thing.
entire D line is gone. But it's
They're
just like
still playing well.
It's just like Ohio State.
Correct.
Just reload.
They just have someone else good is right there, right behind them. It's just
Now,
how it is.
Can we talk about one thing real quick? I want to go back to the beginning of the college football year.
Ooh, he almost made it in the Paris beer bottle there.
And actually, it was July. And I want to go back to this because this is where I feel good. Because once in a while, I'll get something right and feel good about it. And Beryl gets something a little off. And I feel good about it. I remember you were very upset about Tate Martell. Like us bringing in Fields, and I stood by the. Remember, I stood by Fields, and I said that he got shamed because you did bring up good points. How can this guy to lose to Fromm? And I brought up the racial thing of how they are a white school and they wanted a white face as a quarterback. Yeah. And Fields comes in, Heisman numbers, and let's talk about that. 40 touchdowns to 1 pick.
That's insane.
That is
incredible.
Like Haskins was amazing last year,
Yeah,
but 40 to 1, and then he added 10 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
So and the thing is, what we look at, because we watch Ohio State every week, and we know, yes, statistically Fields was top notch. I mean, he's going to lose to Burrow in the Heisman. You think he finishes second?
Yeah.
I think it'll be
Joe,
Burrow, Fields, Hurts, Chase.
I agree.
Yeah.
That is what I think as well.
And then J.K. Dobbins will be 5th.
Yes. And with Fields, though, statistically, I didn't realize what his stats were because I haven't watched a lot. But because when I watch, I'm watching what he's doing, not his stats. I'm watching, like you and I talked at the beginning of the year, and I watched it. He did the same thing in the beginning of the Wisconsin game where he held the ball too long. He took sacks, and then later on in the second half, he threw shit away, like we always talk about. We want him to. We called that at the beginning of the year when we were playing nobodies that he's holding the ball way too damn long.
Yeah, well, if you Day said that it was not in the game plan for him to run because of his knee. They didn't want him to, so he was going to stand there, and that kind of takes away a weapon because they want him to be healthy for the playoff. So he didn't run a lot, which is nice because granted, there's film on him running all year, but Clemson wants to look at recent film, and Dabo's a good coach.
He is a very good coach.
He's going to find more film on him and whatnot, but you got to think there's not much. It's just this year. They don't have a lot. So there could be stuff that they could be saving. I mean, there's plenty that could be going on right now.
I definitely think Ryan Day has a decent amount of things up his sleeve that he's going to try to pull.
I mean, you have 17 days. I mean, granted, 17 days from today, so plus 3. So you had 20 days to game plan what you're going to do against this team. Both teams do. Everyone has the same advantage here. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Day does this, right? Urban, I think, as he went on, kind of went down more towards a conservative path.
Yeah, and I think
he did. I agree.
That's definitely what cost them.
I don't think Day's going to do that.
I don't think he's wired like that.
No,
he wants to go out there. He doesn't care if he beats him 85-0. He wants to go out there and kick the shit
and I
out of
hope he
everybody.
fucking does.
No,
that's
what I'm saying. And
then
the
when
mindset.
he goes up to Dabo, this one's for Urban.
Yeah.
And Woody.
So who am I thinking of? Okay, we got Olave. Olave is a senior, right?
No, Olave's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah, he was a freshman last year.
Oh shit! So is it
Your
Mac?
seniors? Your
Is it
seniors
Mac
are
or
Mac,
He's a
Victor, Hill, and there's one more I think because 4 wide receivers are gone.
So who am I thinking of? That's young. Is it Wilson?
Garrett Wilson.
This is the kid.
Yeah, he's the 5-star.
He's the freshman.
True freshman.
Yes.
5-star.
Yeah. That's so you're gonna have next year if Olave. Well, Olave can't.
Well, he can't. He has to stay.
Till his
has to
junior
stay
year.
So Olave will be there.
So we're gonna have Olave and Wilson
And
as our two
Fields.
guys and Fields.
Dobbins is most likely gone. I bet he goes to the NFL. He is a
But
junior.
Do you think is Master Teague a senior or is he freshman, sophomore?
Master Teague's a sophomore?
I think Dobbins could stay.
He won't.
You don't
He
think
won't, dude.
will?
He statistically had a great year. He's in the Heisman candidacy.
won't.
I mean, it's time to go. I mean,
You can't risk
Yeah,
it.
and
one
then-
thing that
You can't
Ohio
risk
State can
it
put out
there.
in the pros is D linemen, linebackers, and running backs.
And hopefully they get that kid from Penn State who's transferring as well because he's one of Fields' friends. Like he was like a number 1 last year or something.
Receiver?
Like that. Yeah, he was a top receiver out of 2018.
So you have
class.
Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and that kid.
Yeah, and there's more coming too. But yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be very good on offense next year. We'll put it that way.
Because the kid from Penn State, he's playing now. Currently,
He was, yes. He was a freshman at Penn State this year.
and was he a starter?
Well, I think so.
Here, let me pull up some Penn State receivers: Dotson, Hamler, George, Fryermuth. Well, Fryermuth's staying
I want to say it's Hamler. I think he's the one that's going.
Was
That
it
sounds
DJ
familiar.
Hamler?
from Pontiac, Michigan.
I think so.
KJ Hamler.
I think he's the one that's transferring.
He had 54 receptions, 858 yards this year.
Let's see.
That's solid.
No, that's very good. KJ Hamler, I'm looking him up too.
Transfer.
Should be interesting.
Maybe not.
We'll be ready for Ohio State. Yep, Penn State hopeful wide receiver. Oh, we'll be ready for Ohio to play them, not.
Yeah.
Wait, you check that out and think about it. I'll go back to this. So Cincinnati, we've covered that, and then Boise, easy money for all of us. 14 against Hawaii, we all won that. So, updated standings. It gives you the records for this week. Brandon 90, 67, and 3. And see, Bear, you were correct, so I'm glad you were correct because now we can still go against Brandon in the lines because we've got the bowl games. I forgot we did the lines last year until I looked at it. Brandon's 90, 67, and 3. Bear and I are both 88
69.
69
and 3, so we're 2 games out. Parrot is 70, 46, and 1.
I've kind of I'm not doing that bad for.
Well, you missed the first few weeks, so you
yeah.
would be right there. Cody Bryant, not doing so hot, 44, 39, and 1. So, this week, a lot of games to pick. Army, Navy. Navy, 10-point favorite at home to Army. Brandon took Navy.
Justin Shorter is the one that's transferring. Hamler is the one who burned us this year for a 93-yard touchdown. So Shorter is the one that is in the transfer portal.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, number 1 recruit, number 8 overall last year.
Okay.
And you know Ohio State will develop him.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Okay. Brandon took Navy, right?
Correct.
I am going to go with Navy as well.
Parrot.
Yeah, I'll agree with you guys.
I'm also going Navy. Army's bad.
They're not bad, but they're just, I don't know.
They're not good.
It's always a close game, too, but I think Navy puts it to them this year. I think so. Who won last year? That's what I want to know.
Navy.
Did they?
I believe so.
I thought Army beat them last year.
I don't know.
Maybe that was like 2 years ago. Yeah, Army's 5-7.
Yeah, they're bad.
Let's see.
Navy's what, 10 and 2?
Army did win last year. That's what I thought.
Army did.
17-10. Navy won the first year in 1890, 24-0.
Okay.
Largest victory in the series, Navy 51-0, 1973.
Nice.
Navy leads the all-time series 60, 52, and 7.
So do you want to talk a little bit before we go into the NFL about the bowl games, what we're doing, how we're handling that, what happens?
Yeah. So Capital One Bowl Mania on ESPN, just like last year. Same exact thing, people. This is really easy. It's still Over the Line Sports Pod is the group. So
Which, by the way, we won last year too.
Yes. All you got to do is go to ESPN, click on the fantasy tab, go to Capital One Bowl Mania, search our group. Our group is Over the Line Sports Pod. Simple as that. Get in. If you beat us, you're getting swag.
Well, you have to not just beat us, you have to win the whole thing.
Yeah. You got to.
I'm saying 5 people could beat us, but we're not giving 5 people swag.
Do my picks finally start to count?
Bowl, yes.
Cool.
Because there's 5 of us, so I think it's just
why don't
fair.
you just put one in on ESPN, and then you'll know. And you could win some swag.
I'm still going to put it in, but
I think we're all going to put in our own.
Start to count on the podcast.
No, they will.
Since I'm
I
here.
think this is the first time, and we'll have Cody Bryant, we'll have Brandon still. Even though we did find out Brandon will likely never return to the show.
Yep.
He started it with us. We had a feeling he wouldn't return to the show, which is fine given his career and what he's doing, and we wish him the best, but he is always still going to be a part of this show because he started it with Bear and myself.
That's right.
He will always be a part of this show. If he ever wants to guest spot on it, he's always welcome.
That's right. And he better get into this damn ESPN Capital One Bowl Mania too, or he's out. So anyways, ESPN.com, fantasy tab, Capital One Bowl Mania. Over the Line Sports Pod is the group. You go to that group, all you got to do is hit join and make all your picks. 41 bowl games. 41. Start on Friday, December 20th at 2 p.m. is the first one. So you got to have your picks in before that. So you're getting, when this drops, you're getting 8 days from when you hear this. 8 days. And what time does this drop on Thursdays? Noon?
Well, no, it used to drop at midnight, and I wanted to talk about that, so I'm glad you mentioned that. This is now going to start dropping in the morning, probably at 8 or 9, because they keep switching. The time change with Podbean is weird, so I'm going to just put it for 9. It might show up at 8. So we're going to do the same thing for wrestling. So instead of it going out at noon on Sundays, it'll go out at 8 or 9 on Sundays. So check that out. We're going to move it to the morning. It's a good time for your drive in the morning. If it's 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. and you got to drive to work, check us out. Listen to us during work. If you're on the road, you're one of those type of guys or gals that drive on the road, check us out. It's good to get you through a drive. And same thing for wrestling on Sundays. So we'll move to 8 or 9 in the morning approximately. And so definitely by noon, it will be there available for you.
Yep. So 8 days and a few hours to get your picks in. That's plenty of time. If you really want some, and we got some cool swag. We got some cool shirts. We got some cool hoodies. Got some cool koozies potentially.
We've given out one shirt. We won NFL last year. Pigskin Pick'em. We won College Bowl Mania. We did lose, which I anticipate every year, to lose the college basketball because that's too hard. And but we did lose. It was a Blue Chew. We did lose to Jeremy, and we got him a nice shirt. It has our logo on the front. On the back, it said 2019 March Madness Champion.
Yeah,
he loves it. I'm sure he wears it every day.
And that's what you get. It's put up the way that we want it. So whatever you beat us in, if you can, that's what you got to do.
And we'll give you swag within reason. We're not going to give you we might give, if Jason could beat us and got into this, some sweatpants.
Yeah, definitely sweatpants.
With Cheetos dust.
He needs it.
What's going on with those hoodies, by the way? You talked to Brandon yet?
No, I haven't asked him.
All right.
We got our, what we could have done is if we really wanted to, we could have had him do it on the Jordan hoodies, which would have been sweet. We'd have the Jordan logo on our Over the Line Sports Podcast hoodies.
Well, yeah. If he hasn't done them yet, if you talk to him, you should tell him to do that.
I'm sure he's done them.
I'll pay that much for that hoodie.
Yeah, sure. Maybe in the future. Well, we can get you some parrot wings. I mean, there's so many different things that we haven't done.
We'll work with you. You beat us, we'll work with you.
And I still had this idea, and I want to know what you legitimately think. Some point, I do, as we are very much word of mouth. How the hell we're in 33 countries, I have no idea. Yeah. We don't really put it out there. We use social media intermittently, and we could probably use it more. I know people keep asking about a YouTube channel. It's just not in our cards right now. One of those things I did talk about that I would love to do in the future, we'd have to find out where and what we want to do, is doing one of these parades and take one of the trucks, I don't care, get the trailer, throw up a podcast. We could do the damn podcast while we're in the parade. Have people throwing candy.
Who's going to drive?
Parrots don't drive.
Parrots don't drive.
You're definitely not driving.
So maybe Brandon can drive since he's not on the show. We'll have some kids, some people throwing candy. We'll have our big banner. We'll give away some swag. We'll shoot out. We'll get a T-shirt gun just for that. Shoot out some shirts to the crowd.
I think we're too close in a parade crowd to have a T-shirt cannon.
Especially around us.
I'm not going to take a little child out. I can throw it. I have an arm still.
So what if we have?
Toss
So
it.
what would we give kids? Koozies,
Yeah.
Candy.
candy. But what can we have that has our logo on it to give out to
Candy.
people?
What about bandanas? Those are cheap.
That's actually a solid idea.
Candy.
Like,
Well, candy for kids, but we can
Crack cocaine.
throw out some bandanas, some hats,
seriously, the bandanas
some
are
beanies.
cheap.
Beanies are cheap,
Yeah.
so we could do that. We could have Brandon from Allwear throw on his logo, throw on ours, shoot him out into the crowd, and that'd be fun for like a cherry fest that they do in our town here.
Shuri.
I would also like to just go to a town that people don't know who we are and just put it out there and get it done. Go to downtown Toledo, do the holiday parade, wear our Santa hats, Over the Line Sports Podcast Santa hats.
All wear
See,
Santa
there's another
costumes.
one for you. The Over the Line
That's who could
Sports
drive.
Podcast.
Brandon
Banana
could
hammock.
drive. Brandon from Allwear Clothing could drive the truck.
There you go.
He can drive the Allwear truck with the Over the Line Sports Podcast trailer.
Possible.
Something to do, something to think about. I'll be down in Disney. Maybe I can get in that New Year's parade.
Good luck.
Better take your sweatshirt.
It's Disney. Is it going to be cold enough for a sweatshirt?
Right now it's like 80s, and then like later this week I think the high is 60s.
Yeah.
So if I'm there at night, I can wear the Over the Line Sports Podcast hoodie. I'm going to wear it on the plane when I leave here.
There you go.
It'll be a good time, and I have to go back in February, like I said, for Willie Nelson. I'll be rocking the Over the Line Sports Podcast hoodies. You know what I should do? We should get those magnets. Those magnets you can stick to cars?
Yeah.
I want to put it on Robbie and the Lobby's vehicle.
There you go.
Dude, the whole country would see it.
The whole country would see us.
Yeah. Or you could just
Get
could
his
do
truck
magnets too.
Get his truck wrapped and over the line.
Jeff from the Security Jeff, who was one of our guests at episode 100 from the Grown Ups podcast, he did wrap the truck in the Grown Ups logo. Mm-hmm. Pretty badass. I'll have to find that if I can find it and show you guys. It did awesome. Their logo's sweet. And by the way, I'll plug them. Grown Ups Podcast, the Pop Culture Podcast, good guys, friends of the show. They are now on Spotify. So nice. I just started listening to them. I sent a picture to them that I was listening. They're like, it's weird seeing it in the car. That they could, seeing that somebody can listen in the car. I said, yeah, you could have on SoundCloud, but I don't use SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. And now they have Spotify. And
what took them so long to get Spotify?
They just didn't put it out there, for Spotify. They had it on SoundCloud, had it distributed, I think, just primarily there. And, I told them, I said, Podbean is our host, and thank you, Podbean. But we feed it into iTunes, we feed it into Spotify, and it automatically feeds into Google. Like I showed you guys, that you could do that to Google and have it play Over the Line Sports Podcast. Like I could talk to Google right now. Hey, Google. It's not listening to me. This bitch won't listen to me. Why will she not listen? Parrot. Hey, Google.
Nothing.
Play Over the Line Sports Podcast.
Nothing.
She hates you.
Oh, I got to unlock my phone.
Jesus. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. Sorry, Google.
Okay, I'll continue playing Over the Line Sports Podcast, episode 134, Pancake Posse and a Gobbledygooker.
Good job, Google.
Of course, that's what you were listening to last.
So, but yeah, you can see it right here. It goes back and it plays it on Google Podcasts.
Nice.
So it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
So, yes, we had Derek Rose of Glass, Stuff in the Bird, Pancake Posse, and the Gobbledygooker. And the last one, of course, Brandon Loves Bush 2, 24/7 champion for you. Of course, paying homage to our friend Kyle Busch. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Brandon. Mm-hmm. Actually, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, no, definitely not sorry.
All right. Into the NFL. So, Bear, could you hand me that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful tissue box? Because we're going to have to get on a call. And before we do so, I'm going to just update the standings real quick on where we're at, how last week went. Actually, this will shock you. So our biggest winner in the podcast for college football was Parrot at 7-1. He was actually our biggest winner in NFL this week.
There's a shock.
12-4, and he
What
actually
the hell?
he actually started out 2, 4, 6, 8, 9-0, and then he lost on the Texans Oh, wait a minute. I fucked up. I am so sorry, Parrot. I almost fucked you over. You were 13-3.
There you go.
Look at me go.
Because you got the Chargers right.
Hell yeah.
Parrot life.
So 13-3, 12-4, 12-4 for Cody Bryant, 10-6 for me, 6-10 for Brandon, 9-7 for Bear.
I crushed you guys this weekend.
So I got Yeah, dude. I almost screwed you out of a pick.
Yeah,
I am so
asshole.
sorry. So I got to take away a loss and give you a win.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm still nowhere near in contention for college or NFL. But
No, you're not. But I will tell you, I am at 137, 69, and 1.
Nice.
6 games ahead of Bear, 131, 75, and 1. I am 11 games ahead of Brandon, 126, 80, and 1. Parrot, you are 95 and 66.
How many weeks did I miss?
Quite a few. If you are just, I couldn't tell you exactly without going back, so I will go back and tell you. So you were not in.
Because I feel like it wouldn't be that far behind.
You missed week 2. You missed weeks 1 and 2. 32 games.
Okay.
But you would never have caught me because right now you are 3 losses behind me.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
I am 42 wins ahead of you and only 3 losses ahead of you. So
I've had some bad weeks.
Yeah.
Which is obvious. Because I was picking the freaking Bengals every week for 8 weeks.
No, well, that's because you're an idiot.
Well, that's just trying to cheer for my team, but...
That is trying to cheer for your team.
You're supposed to pick with your brain, not your heart.
Yeah, I know.
Pick with your brain, not your penis. That's what they say about women, right?
Do they?
We're getting our call in. We have a very special guest who has never been on the show.
What's up, buddy?
Should be interesting. Joining the show for the first time is Pod Dad, who is my father. So it'll be his first time joining the show. Pod Dad, how are you?
Doing great.
You have now, Bear has the standings up. I think how did Pod Dad do this past week?
12 wins.
12
wins. Very impressive.
And where does that put him in the overall standings right now?
So that puts him in second right now with 134 total wins.
And my fault, he should have 135, but I will take partial blame. He told me 10 minutes before the Seahawks game, and I couldn't get it in fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Nothing but net still in first with 135. Pod Dad in second with 134. Over the Line Sports Podcast in third with 133. This might be Vialise, who also had 12 wins last week, 132. Ex-wife at 129. Whole pack of Badgers at 122, and the rest is just meh. Sorry, Justin on the Twitter at 108. No more.
Hey, Pod Dad, you might want to turn your TV down because I know we're getting some background noise from the TV. But real quick, because I know I am a Cowboys fan, a Yankees fan, a Celtics fan, all because of you, what did you think about the Garrett Cole signing?
I think it's great. I mean, he led the league in strikeouts with 330-something. He's a winner. He's young yet. He ain't had no injuries. Why not?
Well, I mean,
Get rid of some of those other piece of craps we got in there. couldn't pick their nose.
So you think 29 is young, though?
It's got to be. I mean, when you got guys 38, 39 starting last year, 29 is real young.
This is a valid point. But do you think he's worth $324 million?
Why not?
The Yankees got the money, but what if they don't win a title over the next 9 years?
We will. We didn't win none in 2010, 21st, whatever you want to call it, from 2019. It's the first time since the early 1900s we never won a game that century.
Yeah, won the World Series in that century. It's first time, yeah. We actually talked about that on the show. So why we have you on today is, since you're in second place, and you've never been on the show, we thought it would be a good idea to have you make some picks with us, and because I would love to hear your picks. I got to put them in for you anyway, so it just makes sense that we go about it. So
Sounds good.
We'll go through here. So the first game, Thursday night, we got Jets and Ravens. So, Pod Dad, what's your pick?
I got the Ravens all day long. Jackson's going to start. He's had a bad knee, but he's going to start, so I don't see nobody stopping him, no matter how good the Jets' defense is.
Yeah, this is a good warm-up pick. Ravens are going to crush them.
Ravens.
Should be across the board, I'm guessing.
Yep, Ravens across the board. All right, next, the Patriots at the wonderful team of Parrot, the Cincinnati Bungles.
Let me start this.
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on, Pod Dad. Parrot wants to start it being a Bengals fan.
Pats by 69.
Okay. Pod Dad?
Cincinnati couldn't stop a nosebleed. So I'm going New England.
Bear?
Patriots have to cheat to beat the Bengals. Come on, Patriots.
So, yeah, you brought that up. Well, since we're on the Patriots, you want to just bring that up real quick. What did Jason have for us regarding that?
Well, he's the one that brought it up because he's a Bengals fan too. Said that they had to cheat to beat them. And when they say they're on to Cincinnati, they're literally on to Cincinnati, literally taping them. So they said that it was a quote unquote do your job. You know, that's what they were supposed to do. Blah blah blah. But they were blatantly caught videotaping the sidelines for a quarter. So they were cheating again. Same exact thing as Spygate. Literally, pretty much the same exact thing.
But why do you got to do that against the worst team in the NFL?
Once a cheater, always a cheater. That's how that works. So I don't know why they tried to blame it on an advanced scout. That's totally not it. They got busted again. We're gonna see what the NFL does. They took away a first-round draft pick last time. So what are you gonna do this time, NFL?
Let's see.
Postseason
Take the whole
ban.
draft away.
They should.
Have they ever taken a postseason ban from an NFL team?
No.
I don't think so.
Nope, that won't happen.
No.
Patriots are worth too much money.
Too much money.
Too much money involved in the NFL. All right, next game. Buccaneers at Lions. Pod Dad, what do you got?
I'm going to take the Lions, believe it or not.
All right.
That quarterback for Tampa Bay throws for 300 yards, but he also throws for 3 picks every game.
Very true. Very true. It's a great point, but the Bucs are on a little bit of a hot streak here, and I think they keep it going. I think Tampa Bay beats Detroit.
Parrot?
I'm going to go Tampa.
He's going Tampa, and I am the deciding pick here. I am also going Tampa. I just don't see it in the Lions. Yes, Jameis throws 3 picks, but I think he throws 3 touchdowns at least. They beat the Lions, I think, 28-17.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go Bears at Packers. Pod Dad.
Packers. Chicago's got the defense, but Green Bay's starting to get healthy now. I'm going for Green Bay.
Yep, I agree with you here. I think it's going to be closer than what people think, though. I think it's going to be another low-scoring, tight-knit game. Trubisky's gotten better over the past couple weeks, but the Packers are going to pull it out at home.
Parrot?
I agree.
All right, and then also I agree, Barry, I think you said it very clearly. I don't think it's going to be high scoring, maybe like a 17-10.
Yep.
And not that high scoring. I think it's in Green Bay. That's a deciding factor. Chicago hasn't lived up to what they thought. I mean, granted, they beat Dallas, but who hasn't beat Dallas this year?
True.
And,
right.
and so I think the Packers pull it out here as well. All right, another big game here. Texans at Titans. We got Brandon. By the way, Brandon took the Lions and the Bears, and he's taking the Texans. So, Pod Dad?
I'm taking the Titans. Houston's got the defense, but the Titans, they've been on a roll. They got that dude, A.J. Brown, as the receiver.
Rookie.
He come out of nowhere.
Where did he play?
They have a big game.
Do you know where A.J. Brown played?
Nope. Also, I know he came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he did. And you know what? I think the Titans, they started out what? I don't even know what the record is now. 8-5 maybe?
Probably.
Or 8-5 or 9-4. And
No, they're not 9-4.
I know, I think they're
both 8-5. Texans and Titans are both 8-5.
so they started out
A.J. Brown came out of Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. So they started 2-4. They put Tannehill in 6-1 with Tannehill.
Yeah.
He changed that entire team. Mariota's not coming back as a starter.
No.
As long as Tannehill plays like this. So Parrot, we got a Titans for Pod Dad. We got a Texans for Dub. What do you got?
I'm going Titans. I'm agreeing with Pod Dad on this. I like the Titans.
And I'll make the pick now just because it's a split. I'm taking the Titans as well, Bear.
Oh, you're not going to like this because I'm going to take the Texans.
That's okay.
I think the Texans are going to upset them. I think they got embarrassed at home against Denver. they're not as bad as they looked in that game.
Right.
They
Don't
aren't.
forget Tennessee's at home, too.
Yep. I think that the Texans are going to go on the road and spoil them here.
Yep, I could see that happening. The NFL's had a lot of that this year, last week. There's several weeks in here that we've seen things that we didn't think would happen. I think who's favored in that game? I wouldn't be shocked if the Texans are favored.
No, Titans are like a 2-point favorite.
So very close.
Yeah, very close.
I'm going to still ride this Tannehill train. I mean, he didn't do much in Miami, but he goes here to Tennessee as a backup. Mariota gets pulled. Vrabel puts him in, and they've gone 6-1. I mean, they look like a legitimate team.
It's impressive.
And they're quietly 6-1 with Tannehill. Not many people are talking about that.
Yeah, it's always how it is, and then the Titans always end up 8-8.
Yeah, you're right. So, next game, we got Broncos at the Chefs. Chiefs for Brandon. What about you, Pod Dad?
Definitely the Chiefs.
Okay, Parrot?
I think it's going to be closer than you think, but I'm still going to go with the Chiefs. The Broncos have played pretty well.
Yeah, Chiefs at home to clinch the division if they win. It's pretty much over.
That crowd's going to go crazy.
Yeah, if it was in Denver, I would think about this one because Drew Lock has played really well. I think John Elway might have found his quarterback.
Drew Lock?
Drew Lock's been playing very good football.
Is he from he's not from Iowa, is he?
Missouri.
Why am I thinking Iowa? Because they got that tight end from Iowa.
Noah Fant.
Yep. All right. So next game, Dolphins at Giants. Dolphins for Brandon. Pod Dad?
Somebody has to win, so I'll take the Giants.
Okay.
I'm also taking the Giants, and I think Eli's playing again this week. He looked really good against Philly.
Yeah, he is. He's starting.
Yeah, I think that they pull one out here because he's got to get his record back to 500.
He does. Parrot?
I'll go with the Giants as well. We'll ride this.
I'm also going to take the Giants just based on how they played against Philadelphia. I think Eli just needs to get some wins. The defense kind of fell apart for him there at the end. And then overtime, Eagles got the ball, just drove it down. So that's what happens.
Well, Eli's probably pissed off.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
I don't think he cares.
He probably doesn't. All right, next.
He's
Eagles
got money.
at Redskins. Eagles for Brandon. Pod Dad?
Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles. They're gonna take a game lead on the Cowboys after this week.
Yep. And then they're going to be playing in, where's that game? Philadelphia. For the division.
Yep.
The 7-9 winner of the division will go to the playoffs.
Oh, shit.
All right. Seahawks at Panthers. Seahawks for Brandon. Pod Dad.
Seattle, because Carolina can't stop a nosebleed, and Seattle's going to run all over them because the Panthers are no good against the run.
I like it.
Yep, I agree. Seahawks.
Parrot.
I'm going to go to the Sea Chickens.
All right. Next, Jaguars at Raiders. Pod Dad.
Oakland.
I'm going to agree with that as well.
Yep, so am I. Oakland at home.
Raiders for Brandon. Raiders for me. Browns at Cardinals. Browns for Brandon. Pod Dad.
Browns. Because I think Cleveland's quarterback's got something to prove. And he'll be playing in the desert, and that quarterback for Arizona, he's a hell of a rusher, and he's a good passer, but I think Cleveland's got the defense to stop him.
Yep. Last two Heisman Trophy winners going up against each other.
Right.
Yep.
Both from Oklahoma.
Browns.
Parrot.
I'm going to go Cardinals at home.
Okay. I'm going to go the Browns as well. I'll put you in here, Parrot, for the Cardinals. Vikings at Chargers. Vikings for Brandon. Pod Dad.
I got to go the Vikings in a close game. The only way they're going to win is because of their defense.
Yeah, the Vikings are only a 1.5 favorite. I thought that was really odd. I'm going Vikings still.
Yeah, Chargers played well this past week, kind of surprised us. But I agree. Thielen's supposed to be back this week. That's good for Kirk Cousins. It's not really a big game situation for him. The Chargers aren't really doing anything this year, so I'm going to go Vikings as well.
And
Rivers is just getting too old, too beat up.
Right?
Too many kids.
Parrot?
I agree with the Vikings.
All right. Parrot, I'll let you make this pick first because we're going to have a small discussion. Rams at Cowboys. Parrot, who you taking?
Not the Cowboys.
Okay. Now, Brandon took the Rams as well, so we can have a small discussion amongst the three Cowboys fans that are here. First off, Pod Dad, what happens in this game?
Well, Dallas is 0-5 against people. I mean, teams above 500, and I don't see them beating the Rams. I think it's going the whole season to come down to Dallas at Philadelphia. That's when Dallas' whole season is going to come down to, and I think Dallas is going to beat Philadelphia to win their division.
Well, they still have to beat the Redskins, too, if the Eagles don't lose, besides Dallas.
Well, Dallas is going to have a big 2-game winning streak to end the season.
And then they're going to go home after the first round of the playoffs.
Yep.
Yeah. Get rid of Jerry.
Garrett.
Get rid of Garrett, too.
and Jerry.
too, but yeah, the Rams are going to win this game. Dallas is. I've seen that the Rams are a 1.5 favorite, and I've seen Dallas is a 1.5 favorite. So.
Dallas was a 3-point favorite starting out. Now it's swinging all the way to the Rams are 1.5-point favorites. I mean, there's something's fishy when Dallas is 3-point favorites. They can't beat anybody over 500.
A lot of money coming in on the Rams right there.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, Dallas, they're not winning this game. They just don't. They've given up on Jason Garrett. It's quite obvious. They just don't care anymore. They should have gotten rid of him and just let Marinelli or Richard or someone coach for the rest of the year. Just be done with it. You make the playoffs, great. You lose, whatever. It really doesn't matter anymore because you're right. Even if they get into the playoffs, they're going to get smoked regardless.
And I agree. I think the Rams win this game. The Pod Dad, do you think we were talking earlier on the show or before the show? Ron Rivera, would you like him as the Dallas head coach?
No, I'd rather see Ohio State's ex-coach go down there, Urban Meyer, or Oklahoma's coach go over there.
I don't think I would love Lincoln Riley. I just don't think he leaves Oklahoma. He's got it made, and
I don't think he'd leave either. But I'd like to see Urban Meyer go down there. I really would. I don't know how he'd be as a pro coach, but
I don't see Urban doing it. And I kind of would almost rather have Rivera than Urban as well, just because Urban. I like Urban a lot. Bowling Green, Utah, Florida, Ohio State. But, I mean, the health issues, he's very conservative. Late in his life, he got more conservative with, the play calling. Granted, you don't give it to him, but still, ultimately, he's the head coach.
Wherever he went, he was a winner.
This is true. But
in college.
In college, yes. Nick Saban, wherever he went, was a winner, except the pros. Did not do good with the Dolphins, but anywhere he went, he won.
The last college coach to do anything in the pros was Jimmy Johnson. That's about it.
Well, Barry Switzer got him a title
with
Jimmy's team.
With
Jimmy's team.
Yeah, thank you.
But don't forget Pete Carroll, also only other guy to get a national title and a Super Bowl.
True.
So Pete Carroll's the only one.
I always forget about Pete. I do.
So the only three guys: Jimmy, Barry Switzer, but Barry Switzer got it with Jimmy's team, and Pete Carroll. Three guys to get national titles and Super Bowls.
Barry does not count.
Bring Jimmy back.
Bring Jimmy back.
That would be nice. The only other one that I wish would happen, and I think he's a little bit too old now, but he showed interest a few years ago, and Garrett was on the hot seat, who I would have loved to have as head coach, Bill Cowher. I think that would have been awesome.
Oh, yeah, he'd be great.
I would love to have Tomlin, but he's making Pittsburgh win, so it doesn't matter now. Like, I was hoping that Pittsburgh would suck. Yeah, I was hoping Pittsburgh would just suck because he was on the hot seat. They would have fired him, and Dallas could have got Tomlin. That would have been huge because he's a guy who holds players accountable for their actions.
And he just shows you and this is what I talk about. The Steelers are Dad, we just talked about this. The Steelers are what? 6-2 or 7-1 in their last however they started 0-3 and they're 9-4 now?
They're high just like Tennessee is.
Yeah, what are they, you said?
8-5.
They're 8-5. So they've gone 7-2. Yeah, 7-2.
With a third string quarterback and a second string quarterback.
8-2. 8-2 in their last 10 games. They started 0-3.
Yeah.
They lost their two running backs when Connor got hurt, and obviously Le'Veon Bell was gone. He didn't play last year anyway. But then they lost Antonio Brown.
Top receiver in the league.
Yeah, and Juju was hurt for a while.
He still is.
And he's still hurt. And it's like they're still doing it.
I'm still waiting for them to lose one of these games, and it's like I don't understand how they keep pulling it out. That's crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
So going into it is good coaching, and I agree. I would love Tomlin as that. If I could pick any guy right now, I'd want Tomlin.
Yep.
And that would be amazing for Dallas. But Jerry's still your owner, trying to run your team, and that's an issue. So
Jerry can't be the general manager.
I think we all agree as Cowboys fans that is true. All right. Falcons at 49ers. I think this is an easy one across the board.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going San Fran all the way.
Yep, Niners for sure.
I think we found out they are legitimate.
Yes, that was a crazy game.
Just
with New
like I
Orleans.
picked them last week against New Orleans, and they beat them.
By 2. You did get it right. Next, Bills at Steelers, who we were just talking about. Brandon took the Bills. So, Pod Dad, what do you got?
That one I ain't picked yet. I mean, damn. Pittsburgh's at home. I got to go with the Bills.
All right.
I'm going Pittsburgh at home.
Parrot, like it?
I'm going with the Bills here. I think that the Bills are the real deal. I think that they are going to beat Pitt because I just like you said, Pittsburgh still. There's a lot of backups there, and once they get a really good team, they're gonna. I mean, they've beaten Cleveland, they've beaten Arizona, they beat the Chargers,
The Bengals.
I mean, they're beating a lot of lowly teams here. So now they get an opportunity to play another good team in the Bills, and we're going to see what a third-string quarterback and a whole bunch of second, third-string wide receivers and a backup running back are really made of. Their defense is a real deal. Don't get me wrong. But we're going to see what they're made of against a good team.
Buffalo's got the number 1 defense, I think, in the league.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's right up there. They're top 5.
Yep. And I'm actually going to go the Steelers here. So Pod will take the Bills, but I'm going to go the Steelers.
Okay.
So Monday night, Colts at Saints. Pod Dad?
I don't see the Colts even showing up. I look for New Orleans to kill them.
All right.
I really do.
What's the score for you? Because I got to put that in later.
38-21.
All right. And Parrot?
I'd have to go with the Saints, and if I had to put a score, I'd go 34-13.
Okay. I'm going Saints. Brandon went Saints. Bear?
Of course. That's, no doubt.
Who's tiebreaker this week?
I just put Pod Dad was our tiebreaker this week.
Oh, so we're going to put the same score as him?
Yep.
All right.
Sure as shit. I'm stealing it.
All right. So, run me down real quick, Bear, the Pod's picks this week.
Ravens.
Yep.
Packers.
Yep.
Patriots.
Yep.
Chiefs.
Yep.
Bucks.
Yep.
Texans.
Yep.
Giants.
Yep.
Eagles.
Yep.
Browns.
Yes.
Raiders.
Yes.
Vikings.
Yep.
Niners.
Yep.
Rams.
Yep.
Bills.
Yep.
Saints.
Yep. And you said Seahawks too, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that finishes the NFL picks for this week. Pod Dad, you got anything else for us?
Yeah, over the weekend, Woodward beat Bedford in basketball 54-52. Got to give out a shout out to my Polar Bears, city champs in football.
Go Polar Bears.
Go Woodwa.
Whoa.
All right. So
Home of Danny Thomas, too.
Amos Jacobs, right?
What's that?
Amos Jacobs, right?
Yep. Named after his brothers. I mean, if you looked at his real name, I couldn't even begin to pronounce it.
Yeah, I know he went by. It was Amos Jacobs, but it was like
Some I couldn't even pronounce on a good day.
Yeah. Well.
And Jamie Farr went there.
Yeah, Jamie Farr. He had what was his name? Jamie.
Klinger?
What is it?
Oh, on TV, it was Klinger.
No. But what is it, like Jamal Farah? Is his actual name? Yeah.
Something like that.
Interesting.
Yep. So, Pod Dad, thanks for joining us, and good luck to you this week. And if anybody beats us, hopefully it's you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. So, continuing on, I got to see if we can get from Jeremy if he's.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah, I sent him a message. I haven't heard from him yet. We got to see what's going on. I don't want to. Where is this guy? Okay, sounds good. So he must be ready. Are you ready? I said 30 to 45 minutes at 7:10. So it's been 45 minutes.
Right on the dot.
Right on the dot. So we can talk while I wait for him. Let's get a few other things going here. We got what else is on our agenda?
Not much.
Oh, Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua won by. I didn't see any of the fight.
Nah.
I saw he won by unanimous decision.
Outpointed him.
Yeah, did he?
That's it.
Yeah, Ruiz,
Not
I know he
exciting.
went in heavier as he did, but I know before the fight, like months ago, he was like dropping weight like crazy.
Yeah,
And then he went in heavier than he's ever gone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I saw him. He looked. I mean, I shouldn't say it because I'm out of shape, but he looked really out of shape for that fight. And
Which is odd
Joshua
because
just outpointed him.
He was just trying to get better, too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we're looking more for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be good, but we'll see what happens. And then how about Alistair? If you have not seen this, Alistair Overeem got knocked out, I think, with 4 seconds left in the fight.
Yep.
And his lip is legitimately cut, split in half on the left or right side, off the middle, but all the way up to the top near the nose.
Yeah.
It looks like a dog bite when a dog tears you when they bite you in the face.
Just look it up and look it up on an empty stomach. I wouldn't be eating and look that up. It's brutal.
Yeah.
And if you watch, I've seen the slow motion one because I watched it like 10 times in a row.
I couldn't find the knockout. Is that when he knocked him out?
Oh yeah, when he not. I mean, but
So how did-
it's because there's 4 seconds left. So Overeem's backing up to the cage, and as he's backing up, the dude throws a huge right hook, and he clips him with his probably his ring finger knuckle right there. But because it's so late in the fight, there's no more Vaseline on the gloves or the guy's face anymore. That just ripped his face. And I guarantee he probably didn't even know for a couple hours after that fight. I mean, because he got knocked fucking silly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it split him open. So
I
they
mean,
might
did
have
it
saw
knock?
it,
I
but-
didn't see the end of the fight. I mean, did it knock him out cold?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, right up against the cage.
Wow.
He fucking hit him. Just you see his eyes roll back. You see his lips split and his eyes roll back, and he just falls back on the cage and just kind of like sits down.
So it was the punch when he was standing that knocked him out and cut him.
Yes,
Wow.
ripped that thing
I'm gonna have
open.
to check that out.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right. So I think Jeremy might have gotten to us. Let me unlock the phone, see what we got from Jeremy. Here we go. Yes, he's ready.
All right.
Come on. There we go. All right. Let's start with an easy one. How many NBA teams are located in California? You can text me if you want.
I just got to think about it. Hold on a second.
You going to write them down?
I think in my head.
I don't know why he says this is easy, because you could easily forget teams.
Right.
It's not the easiest, but I don't think it's because
probably
now I'm overthinking it.
Right.
It's exactly it. I'm like, wait a second, this is easy. I got it, and now I'm completely overthinking it.
I got mine in, so I'm just typing y'all's names.
I fingered mine to Gary.
He did finger it. Okay. So we're all the same. We all said
What,
4.
are you looking it up over there?
No, I was gonna text.
He's going to text me.
Right.
So he's
he
got-
just happened to not know it. Now,
He does-
I pull my
he does-
text up
no,
too.
he
and
really
Snapchat.
doesn't-
You're on Snapchat. It's not even your text.
Bumble, Facebook, internet's way up there.
All right. Can you give us points? And by the way, what's the point total update here?
Okay, hold on a second.
You winky.
Let me.
I started reading the question.
Parrot needs to keep his phone on the table at all times.
He's fine. But this is great. He's not even near us. What's the score, by the way?
Parents don't have phones; they have wings bare.
And I'll ask these to Ryan, so it's fair.
That's exactly it. So we have Cody has 30, 45, 49.
Nice.
You, I think, just got to 50.
Nice.
20, 30,
45.
50. Yep, so you just got to 50. But I assume he would have tied you there.
Well, we're going to ask him. We can call him later or do whatever. We'll ask him next week because he won't listen to the show.
He won't listen. I am at, that's 20, 36.
Nice.
And Parrot's at 11.
All right. Okay.
So
I read
50 to 49.
I read
36
part of this.
to
I
11.
haven't finished the question, so I don't know. I just could not stop laughing when I read it. So, your vape. Here you go. Next up, here's a sports riddle for you. What is black, 1 inch thick, 3 inches in diameter, and weighs between 5.5 and 6 ounces? Hold on. Oh, God, that's great. All right. Bear, you can text me.
Yeah, I'll text you.
And then Parrot, you can say it after. Okay, I saw what he said. Barry, you can just say it.
Hockey puck.
Yeah, we all said hockey puck. When I just got what's black, 1 inch thick, 3 inches in diameter, and lost it. So I stopped reading.
So is that a riddle or is that a point? Are we getting points for that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a nice one. I wondered if you'd get that. Okay, last one. Let's do Family Feud style. I like this. Scoring with this question. Name the top 7 quarterbacks with a QBR ESPN formula this season so far. Minimum 8 starts. Start with Parrot, then Bear, then me. So he must listen to the show where you said I always start.
For this year?
Yeah, for this year.
This year.
All right.
Go around in that order. Number 1 answer is worth 7 points. Number 2 is worth 6. So, woo, damn. So if you get the number 1 answer, there's 7 choices, but you got.
And if you get it wrong, you're out. And we just
restate the question.
hold on. If we get it wrong, are we out? All right. Family Feud style. Scoring with this question. Name the top 7 quarterbacks with a QBR rating ESPN formula this season so far. Minimum 8 starts. Start with Parrot, then Bear, then Gary. Go around in that order. No, you can keep going. You just don't get any points on that turn. Fair enough.
okay.
All right. So number 1 answers were 7, 2 is worth 6, and so on. Keep going until all 7 answers are chosen. So that is great for him. I like it. What do we got? Parrot.
I honestly have no clue.
Let's throw out a quarterback.
Mahomes.
Andy Dalton.
Mahomes.
Where's Mahomes at? I want to know where they're at.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's got to give us every single time so I can write the points down. And then we know where people are at.
Number 2, 6 points.
He's at number 2. Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Look at me go.
Look at that Parrot go.
All right. I'm going Lamar Jackson.
Whew, that's such a good one.
Oh, I got to give Parrot 6 points.
That's like more than half than I had already. Doubles it almost.
6.
Number 1.
Yep.
Man, that sucks.
Knew that.
Minimum 8 starts.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not too bad. Old Cody ain't here for this one.
Right.
He's going to get caught quick.
Oh, man. You guys got 1 and 2. I would have said Mahomes, honestly, so that was a good one. I have to think about this. So it couldn't be Tannehill because he's only started 7.
True.
I'm gonna have to think about these teams. You know what? I'm just gonna go Rodgers.
Okay, that's good. I mean, he'll be up there.
Get some points for Rodgers. I mean, that's
You should have picked Andrew Luck.
incorrect.
He's not top 7.
Incorrect.
He would have been one of my last ones to pick. He hasn't had a great year, but I still figured he'd be up there. That's not looking good for you.
Oh, shit.
You're leaving the board open for me and Parrot. Come on, Cacaw.
He's 15th.
Ew.
Yuck.
Brady's got to be top 7, right? I'm going to go with Brady.
I don't know.
Thomas, come on. Thomas Brady.
I don't think he will be either. I think he's like 18th or 19th. I think I saw.
Thomas Brady.
You guys are going to give me the number 3 guy.
Incorrect. Hold on. Let's get what place he's in.
I say 18th.
What do you got?
Dakota Prescott.
20th.
Ooh, God, Brady stinks.
He's had a rough season. Dak's a great pick.
He is. I was going to pick him first over Lamar, but because he was up there for a little bit.
Probably 3rd.
I bet he is. That's why I said that. You just gave me the 3rd guy.
3rd.
Yep. Oh, that's 5 points. Oh, boy.
So you got 12, so you're up to 48 now? Put you right back in the hunt.
That's what I needed.
Son of a bitch. Bear's going to walk out of here with something.
That's what I needed. Still got wrestling to go, too.
Let's see. What did he... So he must have known that Cody wasn't going to be here. 4 more.
We'll have to give this to Cody with whoever guesses the most, and that's how many picks he gets. Since
Okay.
we're going round robin.
Yeah. All right. So, got to think about these guys. Go through my divisions here. I'm going to go Drew Brees.
There you go. I don't know if he started 8 games, though. He was out for a little bit.
Yeah, he was out for like a month.
Shut the fuck up.
He was out for 5. It's going to be close. I think they've played 13.
3 points.
I was about to say. I think he's just played 8.
All right, so we need number 4, number 6, number 7.
3.
On to you.
Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad pick.
It's good. Where's he at?
He hasn't looked at it yet. Let's see. Oh, he just looked at it. Number 6, 2 points.
Deshaun Watson.
So we got number 4 and number 7.
2 points for Parrott. Hold on a second.
I've gotten more points today than I have in like 5 weeks combined.
Okay. I think that this dude may be number 7 just because of his last couple. I'm trying to think of who 4 might be. But I'm going to say Baker Mayfield. He's had the last 5 or so games has been pretty good, so he might have crept in there.
We'll see what he says here. Incorrect. I'm going to go Kyler Murray.
Okay. I like it. He's been shitty the last few weeks, but he started off well.
Baker is 24th.
Ooh, okay, so he hasn't done any better.
Kyler is a no.
Mm-hmm. For QBR, yeah, I wouldn't think so.
16th. Better than Brady. Right?
Yeah. Yes,
20th.
Yep, that is correct.
Rodgers was 15th, so pretty good for Kyler.
Let's go Russell Wilson.
That's a good one.
There you go. That's
He's probably 4.
And I think I got 7 now. I fudged up.
You fudgered up.
I fudged up. Russell's always up there.
Number 7, 1 point.
I think, Gary, I'm going to take your thunder here and not let you have another pick. Jimmy Garoppolo.
That's a great pick.
That's a great pick.
I have one more decent pick, I think, if Jerry doesn't get it. Or you.
I'm going to go with Tannehill because it's not Jimmy G.
Really?
I'm going to just say Tannehill started. Nope. Son of a bitch.
Rodgers.
We already said Rodgers.
Did you?
Jesus.
Oh. Well, shit.
He said hint. I said no. LOL.
Nope.
All right.
But he did say, you will never believe who number 4 is.
No, he didn't play fucking 8. Daniel Jones didn't play 8 games.
He did.
He did.
Did he?
Started like week 2.
I'll take that then. If it's something we'll never believe.
Nope.
All right.
I'll go with Jameis Winston then.
I thought about that earlier. And if it's not him,
I got one more guy if it's not him.
nope. I'm saying Fitzpatrick.
There you go.
Is that who you're going to say?
No, I was
Nope.
not actually. Okay.
Back to Parrott.
Darnold.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
He was out for how many games?
I don't know.
Nope.
Only like 3. God, I don't even want to say frickin' Wentz because he sucks, but I'm going to have to go Wentz.
He just asked me conference. I said, nope. We're going to get this.
No
Nope.
comment.
You know what? I'm going to say Trubisky because it doesn't seem like it would make sense.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Because he's awful. He was 33rd in passing, and there's only 32 teams.
That's why he probably wouldn't be up there. I think.
Nope. Next.
Did anyone say Philip Rivers?
Ooh.
All right, I think I finally got it.
All right, go.
Cousins.
Dude, that actually does. That's a good one.
It took me a second there.
I forgot about Kirk.
Got to be Cousins.
It's got to be Kirk. Nope.
Really?
It's not Rivers either.
No. Holy shit.
Wow. Okay.
Running out of quarterbacks.
Wow, I got him all day.
No, yeah, same.
If this next one isn't it, I'll give up.
I got one more guess.
He said this one's a little tricky, so at least he's not started every game. How about that?
Yeah, so now it kind of solidifies who I'm thinking.
Lock?
He's not played 8 games.
He hasn't played 8, but it's
No.
worth a guess. Next.
Perry.
Fuck. What's his name? I can't think of his fucking name.
How do you know it's a he?
Because we're talking about the NFL.
That's sexist.
8 game minimum starts. Remember that. He reminded us.
Brissett.
Damn it. That was mine, you son of a bitch. That's probably it.
Jacoby Brissett.
Nope.
Really?
Fuck.
Oh, this is tough.
That was mine, too. Damn.
I think I got it.
I got two of them, and I want to see which one I'm thinking of. I'm going to go Josh Allen.
He was what I was going to guess, but I think he started every game, hasn't he?
I think so.
All right. I'm going to go Andy Dalton.
No.
I swear to God.
It might
Nope.
be. Not Dalton.
No.
Stafford.
Ah, that's a decent guess.
I don't know if he made it 8 games.
Yeah, he has. I think he has.
He's been out for like a month and a half.
Matt Stafford is correct.
Stafford, really? You're right. I would not have gotten that.
Look at Parrott go. Parrott got 11 points in this.
4 points there. So
Jeremy said I never would have guessed him.
either would. I mean, he
said-
was having a good year before
I said
that.
Parrot got that. He said, wow, nice one, Parrot. Jeremy, I love Jeremy's trivia. I'm just going to press that every time. If you're looking for a trivia host, well, he might not want to host, but if you need a guy with questions,
Yeah,
Jeremy's your guy.
it's a good one.
So Jeremy is also the winner last year, the 2019 March Madness winner, the only guy to beat the podcast in anything sports related.
That's right.
And he is the supplier of There's No Crying in Trivia, sponsored by the Rockford Peaches.
Rockford Peaches.
So he said he would see us for wrestling.
Yes. Yay.
And Jeremy, thank you so much again. I love when he gives us good trivia.
Fantastic today.
So great trivia. What's the updated on that now? Because that brought you back, and we got to figure out how the hell we're going to handle that with Ryan.
Yeah. We'll just, we can give him 7 guesses and say, here you
Yeah,
go.
how about he gets like 10 guesses? And
No,
if he-
what?
Well,
no.
yeah, no, listen.
10
No.
guesses.
You know what you do?
He gets a point for everyone he gets.
That's not really fair.
We should, but he does make a valid point.
Because we had multiple guesses at each
We should
of
give
these.
him a point because he wouldn't have had. It was a round robin. We should give him a point. Give him 10 guesses. If he gets them, give him 7 points.
That gives him 3 mulligans.
Yeah, it does. That's a fair way to do it.
We each missed
Okay.
at least 3 times.
That's fair.
That's
Okay.
fair. Okay, we'll
All
give
right.
him.
So updated, he has 49 still because he didn't guess anything. Damn, why did I do this way? 20, 30, 40, 50. You have 54.
Okay.
20, 45. I have 49, so I tied with Cody. And Parrot has 25.
Nice, Parrot coming back.
Dude, I got.
He said he should have gave bonus points for that because Stafford nobody could get it. You should just give 10 more to Parrot.
No.
All right.
What about 5?
10?
How about 5?
Eventually, we would have came around to it.
5's fair. 5 bonus points.
You don't get any bonus points. There's 0 bonus. It didn't say if you guess the 4th guy, you get 5 bonus points.
All
How
right.
about this?
What about 69
Shut up.
bonus points?
Shut your mouth. How about this? This is fair. Every time, and you can ask Jeremy, every time that Parrot gets a wrestling trivia question right, he'll get triple the points.
Okay, let me ask him. Let me ask Jeremy when we get to wrestling.
To ours.
Well, I'm not going to be here for wrestling this week, remember? I have to work in 30 minutes.
You do have to work. Maybe we'll call you in.
Just text me the.
Oh, wait, I can't call you.
Text me the questions.
He'll be at work.
Just text me the questions.
You'll get him. You'll get him.
What, are you working the street corner tonight?
No, I get to go sit in an office for freaking 7 hours.
All right. Well,
Street corner office?
you know what we might be able to do just for you, Parrot, is we can wrap this show up right now and hurry up and do trivia first to open the wrestling show so it's done.
Yeah.
So, just on this day, NFL Championship, 1938, Polo Grounds, Giants beat the Green Bay Packers 23-17. Record title game attendance, 48,120 in 1938.
Nice.
1951, Joe DiMaggio announces his retirement from baseball. Okay. 1959, Yankees trade Marv Thornberry, Don Larson, Hank Bauer, and Norm Seaburn for Roger Maris, Kent Hadley, and Joe Destry.
I think Don Larson's the only person to throw a perfect game in the World Series.
Correct.
Fun fact.
Yeah, that is correct. 1966, Al Nelson sets NFL record returning missed field goal 100 yards.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
1975, great Yankee trade getting Willie Randolph, Doc Ellis, and Kent Brett from Pirates for George Doc Medic.
Today is like, hey, the Yankees should just do everything day.
Right. 81, Muhammad Ali's 61st and last fight, losing to Trevor Berbick. All right. 2002, NHL record, Joe Sakic scores his 500th career goal at Vancouver.
Nice.
2009, Tiger Woods announces an indefinite leave from professional golf to focus on his marriage.
Yep, that didn't work out. Should have stayed golfing.
Great job, Tigger.
T-Gray.
T-Gray. So birthdays on this day. We'll save the replacements again for next week.
There you go.
We'll save it for next week. We ran long again, but next week is actually Bull Pick'em Day. So we'll see how it goes. It may hold off a couple weeks. Willie McGinnis. Birthday.
Yeah. Patriots.
So he is 48.
Wow.
Decent.
48. I was trying to find you a 69th birthday. There isn't one.
Sons of bitches.
All right, Doug Newsmeyer.
No idea who that
He
is.
was a quarterback for the Saints. Eric Rett. Running back, Tampa Bay. No, nothing.
No.
Francisco Rodriguez.
K-Rod.
He is 47.
Really? I feel like he was just pitching last year.
That is old.
I agree.
I didn't realize he was that old. That's it. So,
Okay.
December 11th. Had a good show. Thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, Crandall Squatting Lawn Care, Cassandra at PNC, Tim at Verizon, Steve at Savage & Associates, and Connell Barrett at datingtransformation.com. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
And by Parrot.
Tint your windows.